Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Arizona Cardinals.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. On the counter, here's Jones. Escapes the defender. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 58 yards. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays, because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll go again with Benson. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. A short one here, caught by McBride. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
Now he can exhale. His season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Murray's throw complete to McBride. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Murray now. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Throwing now is Murray. That is caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 32 on the play.
But he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
On first down, it's Benson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey Benson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Now McCarthy throwing on first down. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And they get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground. And I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's McCarthy. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is McCarthy. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. These two teams all tied after one. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a first and 10. He's got Otten. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. To the air with McCarthy. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a first and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Kyler going to give this to Benson, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Another run here with Benson. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. A give left side for Benson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Murray from midfield. That's complete. It's Collins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They run over center with Benson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now 2nd and 5. Shotgun now from Murray. He'll get that complete to Harrison. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Running out of the gun here with Benson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. This a 27-yard attempt here. And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities. Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. There's Jefferson to pull that in. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. That's caught. It's a rookie from Oregon. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. McCarthy going to throw again. He'll buy some time right. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Cowboys who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. T. Higgins, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Rashad Perryman up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. In the first half, we saw a solid outing by the quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Here's Murray. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. Pushing through the contact. Murray fighting, lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. McCarthy operating from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Murray going to throw. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. A give up the middle with Benson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
On 2nd down, a run with Benson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. To throw is Murray. That's complete to McBride. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Marquise Brown, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a 1st down. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
McCarthy off the play fake. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebackers for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
Now a first down carry by Jones, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback.
And how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. That one goes for 13 yards and it moves the sticks. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Over the middle, complete. That's Benson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers. That's a backbreaker for the defense. They finished this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's into the clear again. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of now the try here for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 10. A minute 45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. Back to throw. Murray. He's got McBride, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. To throw is Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Benson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Another try from the 14 on 2nd and 10.
Murray to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
Now Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Collins. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Minnesota, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.